Welcome to Made to Play, where someone is made to play a game. Today, my guest is Jonathan.
Hello.
Hey, thank you for coming, Jonathan.
Yeah, no problem.
Today, I'm going to make you play Darkest Dungeon.
Woohoo.
First, I should explain why. I have a couple hundred hours into this game. I'm somewhere between 200 and 300. I enjoy a nice, difficult game, and the art style of this game is fantastic. There's something about the way the strategy in this works that really gets me, and it seems like maybe their starting point was what if JRPG's turn-based combat was optimized to the point where that was the game,
Oh, interesting.
and I think they accomplished that. Right? I think it was worth accomplishing and seeing what you could do with that, and they did a good job. So obviously
Hmm.
you haven't played the game yet, but based on like art and style and whatever, what is your initial reaction to this game?
It's cool. I really like the sort of like hand drawn, very dark, like contrasty look, and so far the colors are awesome. Also,
Yeah, it does live up to the darkest in a lot of ways.
huh.
Uh, in the art style, right? It's got deep reds and blacks. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and have you hit campaign. Choose the thing right below Butcher Circus.
Click the letter to begin.
Yeah, you can click right there or the letter. Now, let's go ahead and uncheck the Butcher Circus box and the Crimson Court box. The districts doesn't matter. I'm going to suggest you. I don't think you need the Flagellant or the Shield Breaker for an introduction, so let's go ahead and uncheck those because they'll get mixed in with your possible character choices,
Okay.
and we want to limit that to some degree, I think. And then the Color of Madness won't affect your main game because that's totally choice, just like the districts is.
Okay.
The cool thing about the DLC in this game is if you decide the file that you're playing is a file you want to keep playing, you can add this DLC in later. So if you want to try out the Flagellant,
Oh.
you can add him the next time you play. Same with Crimson Court, which is wicked cool, but I don't always play with it. It adds vampirism and vampires that can affect your team,
Okay.
and we don't need that to happen here. So go ahead and hit the check at the bottom. I don't know. This is up to you. So this is difficulty,
We'll try just
the default.
the default.
I almost always, my first time playing the game, I go with what is considered, right, the intended play experience as well.
Yeah.
Normally you'll have 4 people in your party, theoretically,
Okay.
but this tutorial is giving you 2, Reynald and Dismas. The only 2 characters you recruit who always have the same names. I'm very protective of my Reynald and Dismas.
Huh.
In the bottom right, click the map. There you go.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
And you can use
Oh, interesting.
just the mouse. Like, I never even use the keyboard when I play this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see if you click in front.
Oh, yeah.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
There's a lot of stats on these abilities, but I'll call your attention real quick. You can't choose whose turn it is, but if you
Okay.
hover over the first ability, you see it has 3 yellow dots.
Yeah.
You'll have 4 party members, and if he's in the front 3 positions, he can use this ability. The
Oh,
2
cool.
red dots are the positions in the enemy party he can hit with that ability.
Okay.
Now, hover over the grape shot one, which is the other one that's highlighted. The lines connecting those 3 dots,
It hits all 3.
yes.
Okay. I like that. It's real easy to determine what's going on very quickly.
And bleed is damage over time, so his first ability, Open Vein, causes or can cause damage over time.
Are there limited uses for any of these?
Not the ones you have, but
Okay.
there are abilities that'll say a number of times per battle. And I like the freeze frame animation in the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
They had the choice to go with like fluid, fully animated attacks, or what they did,
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
and I like what they chose to do.
Well, it fits with a lot of their other like cutscenes and things like that. It kind of lends to a sort of like a comic book feel.
Yeah. I have puzzled through how to do this idea as a tabletop campaign a couple times, and it comes down to just being really gritty about like resource management.
Yeah, which when it gets too gritty for a tabletop RPG, I'm often like, well, I'd rather just play the video game.
Yeah. 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 Clicking anywhere on the tent while it's able to be highlighted is
Oh,
Packs laden with loot.
is it
Are
randomized?
often low on
yeah.
supply.
And there are curios,
Leave
and that's
nothing
what they're
unchecked.
called, the things you find,
There's
like
much
that
to be
tent.
found
That's
in
what they're called.
forgotten places.
There are curios that have negative effects as well. If you click on the door over Dismas' head,
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
that jerk in the back with his dodge.
Oh, I was like, what happened? Let's try this.
So that will only hit the big guy because he takes up 2 spots.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Ouch. Nice.
So now, with Dismas being in the front row, because Reynold got pushed back, he loses his shooting abilities. You could
Okay.
use an entire turn by hitting those arrows and moving back, but strategically, is it worth losing a turn when you still have open vein or not?
Yeah.
There you go. Got a DOT on him now. He is not willing to be stunned today.
Apparently not. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Whew. Tracking shot. I think I just want to keep going at this guy. No. Oh, yeah.
Death by inches.
So sometimes when you kill the big guys, that narrator says, size is not inherently a virtue, unless excessive insanguination. No. Well, anyway, I'm getting the quote just slightly off, but basically saying being big isn't great, unless you consider excessive bleeding to be great. He can be a little sassy sometimes.
I like the narrator.
Yeah.
The voice acting's good.
It falls. A faint hope blossoms.
Okay, wait. Now, it's telling you this, right? Like you can return to town. I would not returned to town yet because there's still a chest, right? So you hit the blue door, right?
Okay.
Continue adventuring, and then
Ah.
click the chest, and you can try opening it.
Oh, just about to ask if there's ever trapped.
Yeah. If you'd had a key, you could have, or a skeleton key, you could have opened it. And gotten treasure out of it. I don't know why the trap destroys what's inside.
Cool.
And you can only gain a few total levels, so you only gain, a couple resolve experience. It gets you from level 0 to level 1, but then it's like 16 total experience from like level 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, right? And so each level's a little bit more. I can't remember exactly at each stage because different difficulty levels have different amounts as well.
Welcome home.
But gaining levels
Purchase
is a pretty big deal in this game.
This squalid hamlet, these
Because
corrupted
it goes
lands,
to level 6,
they are yours now,
Oh, wow.
and you
if I
are bound to
recall.
them.
But there
Doesn't
are
go
also
up to 80 or some crazy.
yeah, there are also quests at higher levels that like lower level people will not want to do due to stress, and then higher level people won't do low level quests at all. They'll refuse because it's beneath them.
Whoa, there's so much. Wow. Okay. The ruins have been unlocked.
Yeah, and I can tell you that stuff. The exclamation marks are telling you which things you've unlocked. The combat and the narrator were louder than I expected, so if you could go turn your audio back down to 20%, that would be, or back down to 20, which I guess is a percent since it's out of 100.
I didn't turn down the narration volume either.
Yeah,
But
I guess you could do that specifically, but I think just the master volume will solve it.
25 or
Let's do
more.
20.
Okay.
Okay. And then hopefully we didn't lose too many viewers with the game being just as loud as our voices.
The art style reminds me a little bit of like sometimes like a Frank Miller kind of looking, that high contrast, really thick lines.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
So the stagecoach is the first thing you should click on.
Okay.
And this is where you're going to recruit new people because they come in on the stagecoach. And as you upgrade the stagecoach, more heroes show up.
The road is clear.
And this is also where you increase the size of your barracks so that you can have more heroes in your roster. Because when they come back from missions, they're stressed out, usually. And they'll need a break.
Okay. Cool. Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, you always get, the first time you go to the stagecoach, you always get a Plague Doctor and a Vestal. They don't always have the same name, though, sadly.
Blood-soaked battlefield.
I kind of wish they did. Now, can you hear my cat?
No.
Okay.
No.
She's quiet right now.
Okay.
And then you start with 10 of each currency. Down at the bottom there, you see the bust, the painting,
Yeah.
the scrolls, right? You start with 10 of each, and some of them are rarer than others.
Okay.
Like you'll get lots of crests. I feel like I've been mostly struggling with portraits in this last playthrough, and I think that might be because it's rarer than the busts, but I'm not sure.
Foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
Let's do that too.
Great heroes can be
I
found
would.
here.
I'm sure there are going to be people who like min-max what to upgrade when.
Oh yeah.
Who
Well,
might,
since I don't know
yeah, and they might be
what I'm
willing to
doing
tell
yet.
us that was a bad idea, but that's what I do, is upgrade that right away so I have more choices after the first mission. Because your first few missions are pretty difficult.
Okay.
So this wagon right there, she just sells you trinkets. You can also
Since
sell trinkets
time,
to her
gathered
if you have
from all
Oh,
the
cool.
extras,
forgotten corners of the earth.
which is handy because you'll end up with
A
trinkets you
bunch.
don't, yeah, trinkets you don't need. Um, the that's only if you do like the color out of space. I can't remember what it's actually called, but the DLC that's even more Lovecraftian.
I was gonna
Um,
say that that's definitely
Covered
Lovecraft.
in the
yeah.
poisoned earth.
Luckily, nobody's
Awaiting
died yet.
restful oblivion.
Don't expect your graveyard to stay empty.
In time, you will know the tragic extent
Oh,
of my
these are.
failings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's your shortcuts around the
So you don't
town.
have to. Yeah. Okay.
And all these buildings, as you improve them, will look better. It's like at 33%, 66%, and
Yeah.
100%, I think they improve in appearance.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have
I
been.
can see. I can see what you're talking about. It's like a stripped down JRPG, but with a lot of the resource management and what do you call this? Like the team management.
Yeah. Yeah, and they added in, like, the tactics, like, Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics. They added in the roster management, where you have a lot of characters you're not, or can have a lot of characters that you're not actually going to use all the time. Because
Mm-hmm.
you only go into combat into a quest with 4 characters. So right now you could go straight to the darkest dungeon, and if your people go there, they'll die.
Okay.
So don't do that. Down at
Or
the bottom, by the word provision, you still need to put Quesnel and Mustel down there. I'm pretty sure the Plague Doctor has.
Oh, is this the order that they're going to be in
Yeah,
also? Oh, is there a way to?
I think you want them in this order. Right-click on Quesnel.
Oh,
So
okay. There you go.
now it shows you the big dots, right?
Uh-huh.
Preferred position. The abilities that you've chosen for Quesnel is telling you Quesnel should be in the back too.
Yeah. Okay.
And as you unlock other things, you'll be able to pay in the guild to unlock their other abilities. So then you can change which 4 abilities they go into combat with. They'll never have more
Okay.
than 4 abilities, though, in combat.
Is this on other platforms?
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's on the Switch.
Oh. Huh.
And if it's on the Switch, it's probably on other consoles as well.
You've only played on. I mean, I guess if you've put in 200 plus hours, you're not going to be switching and starting over somewhere else.
Yeah, and I'm primarily a PC gamer anyway. It's even looking like Sony's exclusives are going to stop being permanently exclusive, which means I might stop buying PlayStations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Farmstead is where it came from. The town.
No, no. If you hit the up in the top left, you see the little red arrows. That'll take you back to the estate.
Oh, okay. But I don't. Want
Okay.
to. I want to.
So the farmstead, the warrens, the weald, the ruins, the cove, and the darkest dungeon are all places where you can have quests. The red gate right above the farmstead, if you enable the vampire DLC, will
Okay.
be another location. So
Okay.
you select the circle, and right now you only have one real option, which is that mission in the ruins. And the bottom left there, it says that it's a short mission, so apprentice level 1 is the optimal level. 2 of your characters are level 1 and 2 are level 0. And you have to explore 90% of the rooms to get that
Okay.
star-shaped trinket, 4 crests, and 3,000 gold. But while you're there, you're going to find other stuff. So you hit
And is this
provision.
randomized too?
I
Rewards?
think I think that the different types of missions, depending on the location and the difficulty, actually have set. The trinket might be randomized, but I bet I've never really paid close attention, I'll be honest, but I'm under the impression a short exploration in the ruins will always be 3,000 gold and 4 crests,
Okay.
plus a trinket.
Clicking this just like spins the blood.
Yeah, so hit provision at the bottom, because you have to purchase provisions before you go.
Preparedness, measured now in gold.
And then you get to do the most stressful part of the whole game,
Okay.
which is
Buying all
deciding
this
what
stuff.
to buy.
Okay.
I'm going to say you buy 12 food for this mission.
Oh, it
And-
says 8 is the recommended.
Where does it say that? What?
When it opened, it said something like,
Oh.
"We recommend you starting with."
I think they're wrong. You're going to want a couple shovels. Bring a bandage just in case, because there are some...
Where did my last bandage go? Didn't I get a bandage from the end of the last?
You sell all your provisions
Oh, okay.
at a deep discount every time you end a mission. Grab a medicinal herbs, a skeleton key, one more holy water, and
A bunch of torches.
8 torches. That will probably be good.
Okay. We'll do it.
Anything that I told you to take one of, like, you could maybe just not do it, but there are some curios that you'll use those to unlock better rewards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, if one of your characters is about to bleed to death, it doesn't hurt to have a bandage to toss on. So there's obviously, yeah, this first mission is always the same. Since I recently started over, I'm noticing
Okay.
that. But 90% of the rooms means you can get away with not exploring one room.
Hmm.
So I always look at the map and pick, like, what route, if I take it, will get me the number of rooms. Right click and drag.
There you go. Okay.
So, like, if you go straight up to the corner, straight left and then down, or straight right and then down, that'll explore all but one room, right? But you could also
Yeah.
zig through the interior corner
Okay.
and around. But basically, assuming
That door
scouting
goes
doesn't...
back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming scouting doesn't show you anything else, and you don't get to choose to scout. Your best scout in this group is Dismas, and he has a 20 or 25% chance of scouting every time you finish a room.
What happened? Was
He
that
got,
my?
He got stressed out.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, the darker it gets, the more stressed out they'll be. It's better to position yourself, because that is a curio, and there is a free torch in that curio. Ooh, walking backwards is going to stress people out.
How do you
They don't like that.
do it?
It's best to position the curio right in front of your lead party member, so
Oh.
that you can click on it. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and whoever you have selected is the one who will investigate the curio. So, in a couple of cases, maybe only one class actually, you get better or different things
Oh, cool.
from curios. So, right-clicking on a torch in your inventory will increase the light level by lighting a torch. And the light level's the bar at the top.
Okay. Ooh, fun. Oh, and I can't choose the order that I
Right,
do this in.
because
huh?
they have a speed stat. Well, there you go. Strategy. And this is when, so the damage mod on that grape shot ability, it does half damage to each target. So if it hits at least 2 targets, you're still kind of getting your 100% damage, right?
Oh, okay.
That's how the math seems to work to me. Maybe there's something more to it. Obviously, if you miss, one target, then you're doing half damage. But
Are there some? Oh yeah,
yeah, they won't
resistances.
bleed.
Yeah, I was like, do skeletons bleed? I'm guessing no. Let's do that. Does this select them both when I
Yeah.
just click on one of them?
Yep.
Hmm.
Dismas, come on, man. My Dismas died.
Oh.
Yeah, but there's a rare event, and I got it.
Oh,
So he was
cool.
dead for a while. But there's a rare event where one person, you can pick one person to come back from the graveyard. So, some miraculous event. So I got my Dismas back, but I like to think that he's not the same man he once was.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
In general, is it better to kill off one if you can?
Yeah, and that's pretty like strategy 101 or tactics
Yeah.
101. If you can put the pressure on one creature. And then, of course, if they're in the back, they're probably going to do even worse stuff to your party than the ones in the front.
Oh, okay.
In this game in particular, creatures in the back that look like maybe they're casters or clerics or whatever are probably going to cause deep stress problems for your party.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, I forget sometimes how inaccurate low-level characters are.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So your Vestal started with both healing abilities, which is nice. The party heal is very useful.
I like this. Yeah, that's cool.
I like the Vestal a lot. A party with a Vestal and a Crusader is a good start, in my opinion. The Crusader's a good balance of damage, defense, and accuracy, and the Vestal's just a powerful healer.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
That's why we brought shovels.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They gain a lot of stress if they have to clear it by hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, doesn't she look scarier than the skeletons?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, they startled you. So now your party's out of order.
Is she gonna?
She is capable of being stunned and moved.
Okay.
The question is whether you want to move the characters around in your party.
Oh, how do I do that?
You hit the double arrows.
Oh, move.
I wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
move Dismas because he can shoot people from the back until other people move around him.
I want him moved though.
Yeah, but you don't want to move him back. And if you move Dismas forward right now, because you're just moving Dismas on Dismas's turn.
Yeah, but I don't need to right now, right?
Yeah. So I wouldn't move him forward because then Reynauld will be in an even worse position.
Yeah.
Another
Nice.
one fall.
Reynauld, on the other hand, is useless unless he moves forward.
Ugh. Only one.
You can unlock an ability for him where he'll move forward one step and do a bunch of damage. You just don't have that unlocked yet.
I don't really need to eliminate. Oh wait. Oh,
yeah,
that does damage.
It does, yeah. So you'd be attacking somebody and increasing the torch level.
I'm gonna move her back though.
That's what I would do.
I forgot about moving them. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm like, oh shoot, how do I get them back in that order? Okay. Well, let's try this.
So at 100 stress, bad things happen.
Okay.
And she just did 20 stress to your plague doctor.
Can I just use these torches as a free action, or
Yeah,
is it?
items are free actions. Right click.
Okay. Tracking shot. Hmm. But that increases the light too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and unless I've been playing the game wrong, right? And I have to add that to everything I'm saying. When it's lighter out, your characters are more accurate. I'm under the impression there are a couple things I believe to be true about this game that were true when I first started playing it, but are no longer true.
Oh.
Uh, but I don't look it up. I just play and feel things out as I go. So, like, corpses didn't used to be a thing. When I first started playing this game, people didn't leave behind corpses to take up space.
Oh, interesting. Oh man. Okay. What's heal one? One of one or 1/1?
So it'll, that's the range it could heal, right? So you're rolling a 1d1 to see how much it will heal. Battlefield medicine at level 1 is more about curing blight or bleed.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
since it cures blight and bleed on the plague doctor at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Continue the onslaught.
Okay,
Destroy.
once you're out of combat, you can rearrange people freely. So
Oh, okay.
now would be a good time to get people back in the positions you want them.
There we go. Should I heal him?
The only way you have to heal him outside of combat is to feed him. And he'll eat up to 4 rations before he says he's too full. And each ration will heal him like 2 points. Which is not bad. I do it plenty often. And that's also why I had you bring 12 food instead of 8. Because at some point, they might stop and say, hey, we need to eat, and then you'll have to feed them 4 food.
Okay.
1 per party member. Okay, scouting. This is good. You have 2 path choices now. It looks like each one has a trap and a curio, but each of those rooms has a battle in it. So the blue symbol is a curio, and the gold symbol is treasure. So which do you want to fight for, right? Do you want to go fight for treasure, or do you want to fight for a curio?
Let's go with curios. Is that? Are these the kind of the 2 doors?
No. I mean, maybe. I guess that actually makes sense. There are secret doors in this, which are super exciting when you find them, but to find them, I think you have to have scouted for them. I don't think just clicking randomly on the background works. But I also gave up trying that rather quickly because clicking randomly on the background is a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, that would be annoying.
So sometimes when they say something, yeah, they're giving you a hint about how they feel about the situation. Your plague doctor's probably a little stressed out right now and doesn't want to be in the dark. When it's darker, you're more likely to get ambushed, and when it's light, you're more likely to ambush.
Oh, okay. What's the number up here?
Um, the turn? I don't think I've ever paid attention to that. 250 hours in the game. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's the round because you want to keep track of how many rounds it's been. If you dilly-dally for too long, dilly-dally, shilly-shally, they will call for backup.
Okay. Oh, corpses
Yeah. Because, like,
are good to clear?
yeah, because Reynald can't hit people in the back.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you need to remove corpses to bring the people in the back forward after you kill the people in the front. I like that blight works on skeletons. There's this element of blight is a disease and an acid.
Oh, that's
Press
cool.
this advantage. Give them no
Reynald is
quarter.
so wicked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's not as good in every area though, because not every area has undead, and he's better against wicked undead. There's a word for it. It might be undead. Yeah, see, you're on round 2 now, and it says 2 at the top.
Okay.
I think that's one of those things that I've been playing this game so long, I've just internalized that number and don't really think about it.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So, with curios, that little bag means you could use an item from your inventory. Try holy water on this one. You found an extra holy water. Let's see what happens. Wait.
I don't have to worry about just dragging one, right?
Right, but hold on. Select your plague doctor first. Let's have her pour holy water into the fountain and see what happens. There you go.
Oh, cool.
She's less stressed out. I knew that's what was going to happen.
Excellent. I like...
And assuming you have the box checked, and I think it's checked by default, next time you encounter a fountain, if you can't remember what it does, there will be a symbol on the holy water reminding you that you get a benefit.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. So that was a good choice to go to that curio.
So now I could go back here and
You
then
could.
go up there or skip that room.
Right.
But it takes time
Yes.
to do
And
that.
time equals food and torches and stress. Because the longer you're in here, the more stressed out your people get.
Let's try to-
Watch for the trap on the floor and stop before you walk into it.
Okay.
You're a couple squares away, so you'll see it. It's pretty obvious.
Okay.
It's
Wait,
big.
let's collect ourselves. What are you trying to tell me?
I think that was just what she said as she got stressed out.
Oh.
See it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. And once it's highlighted to where you can click it, make sure you're using Dismas because he's your best trap disarmer.
Okay.
And successfully disarming a trap lowers stress. If you walk
Nice.
into it, somebody takes damage and multiple people get stressed out. And this was just an empty room, according to Dismas's scouting.
Huh. All right.
2 more rooms, and you are done with your quest.
Ooh, lots of food.
Yeah. Which means you may as well cram 4 meals down Dismas's throat. You eat the food, Dismas!
How can you tell if they need food?
The red bar. That's
The
their
health?
Yeah.
Oh, but there's no like separate.
No,
You
no,
were-
no, no.
You were saying sometimes they like make you stop and
Yeah, they'll tell you when they're hungry. It'll just stop and a menu option will pop up and you'll get to choose, like, no, go hungry, or yes, here's some food. There it is.
oh, there we go. What? Hold up for
Probably
what?
she's worried about how dark it's getting.
Oh, okay. And it's I should have used another torch even.
You could have. Well, you can't now because there's no combat. So when I first started playing, and this is one of the things, I don't know if it's true anymore, you got better rewards the darker it was.
Oh, interesting.
So you're basically trading stress and danger for better treasure.
Is that it?
One more. Yeah, that was an empty room again.
Okay.
If this is an empty hallway and an empty room, you're about to finish this up easy peasy. I like how you crept up on that rubble pile. Very cautious.
I was trying to click on it and it wouldn't do it.
Gotcha.
Careful. It might fall. Ooh.
Oh, God, the worst
man.
possible shuffle. Just put your Vestal in the front and your Crusader in the back. I wouldn't... your health is full, so the Vestal could move herself, right? And Dismas... I shouldn't be giving too much tactical advice, but as long as Dismas can do damage, he's your blaster guy, right?
Yeah. I could move him though.
You could move her
Or her.
to get her behind Reynauld so that Reynauld has less distance to cover, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, using a whole round just shuffling people.
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean, you got the 7-10 split of party shuffles. For all the bowling fans who watch this channel.
Okay.
Do you want to poison them or stun them? Poison them or stun them?
Try that.
Nice.
Excellent.
It steals a full turn from each one. Makes up a little bit for you losing a turn or a full round.
He's fine here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stupid guy with the cup makes me think of toneberries. I know they carry a lantern and a dagger, but I don't know. Always makes me think of toneberries. But also, his tempting goblet. He spills his goblet of wine at somebody and they get stressed out. And I can't help but think, I don't know, don't be tempted by the mysterious fluid in the skeleton's cup. Like, just...
What is it? What is this?
What is he called? Bone Courier? Courtier.
Courtier.
Yeah, Courtier, yeah.
Okay. Do it.
Yes! Dismas earning his keep.
Yes.
Most of the time, and I know that there are probably better party mixes for some of the mission locations, but most of the time I have a Crusader, I can't even remember what Dismas's class is. It's not Rogue. Hover over Dismas real quick for me, or right-click him. Highwayman, right. So usually I have a Crusader, a Highwayman, and a Vestal, and then that spot in front of the Vestal I mix up with other options.
Yeah.
I know that there are going to be people who point out in the comments that, like, well, actually, though, if you're going to the Cove, you should take this other mix, or whatever. I'm not that kind of min-maxer. I have a party I like, and I make it work.
This one is not very...
Yeah, I mean, you could just attack the corpses in the front
Okay.
to destroy them.
Oh, is that what the gray...
She performed
Yeah.
beyond
Okay.
one's limits.
But he can hit the guy in the back.
Oh, so close.
The ACC base is the accuracy base.
Okay. This one does damage though, right?
Yeah, 25% of her possible damage. And that does 75% of her possible damage.
Oh, let's do this one. Excellent.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
And we brought a key for this very situation. Use the key on this chest.
And does it matter who uses it?
No. You can drag it or right-click it. And it unlocked a hidden compartment, so you get more treasures.
Oh, cool.
Performed.
Okay. Yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
There's never anything else in the room, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, unless there's, like, room secrets that I don't know about, right? That's possible. And this is where you're selling back your provisions for teeny tiny amounts of money, but also selling things you found, like those black gems. And then it adds up your heirlooms. And you see how you found less portraits than anything else? It really feels like... I thought the busts were supposed to be rarer, but I'm...
Wow. It's a lot of stuff, though. That's cool.
Yeah. Right. And now you're going to find out if anybody gained new personality quirks. If you hover over it, it'll tell you. If it's in red,
Well,
it's bad. If it's in yellow,
that's
it's
not
good. If
Good.
it's in green, it's a disease. A lot of the time, if it says they're obsessed with something, it means that they will override your orders and open curios without your permission. And
Oh,
then
great.
frequently keep those things for themselves even.
Oh, geez.
Or that might only be the thief or selfish.
Huh. Do they gain these after every...
No, it's possible to not gain any after a mission.
Huh.
And you can manage them somewhat in the sanitarium. You can, like, cure
The tents are
quirks.
pitched, banners
Yeah.
fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the
That's
ready.
what you were just saying.
The circus has come to town.
Cool.
There, you did your first foray.
Jeez, there's so many quests.
Yeah. And every quest won't check a box. Because sometimes you just go on quests to build up your strength and find treasure.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go in to, like, kill the necromancer's apprentice. So, stress relief locations cost money,
And curtained rooms
but
promise
they
solace
vastly
to
speed
weary
up
and broken alike.
how much stress. Like, Quesno could probably use with an activity.
Is this the stress, the white bars?
But Reynald, not only could Reynald probably go on another quest and be fine, if you leave him in town, he loses some amount of stress just by not being on a quest.
Oh, okay.
The first thing I always do before deciding anything about this is I go to the wagon. to see who I have in my party now before I start putting people into activities.
Mm, cool. I like all the different characters.
And there's no cost, so since you have room in your roster, you could just take all three. And then you can dismiss a hero later if you decide
With a keen eye,
you want
gold
them out of the way.
gleams like a dagger's point.
Cool. Okay.
Marcy and
let's-
Goddard are going to be middle row characters, and Azor is a front row character.
Oh, okay. Known cheat. Is it better? Like, does it matter? Do some of them gain or not heal, but lose or repair from stress? There we go. Faster in the bar versus the gambling hall, or is it just 2 slots here?
Well, the farther down you go, the more expensive it gets.
Oh, okay.
And some of them will have traits, like known cheat means he's not allowed to gamble.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So, like, if you try to drag Quesnel over,
Oh, there it is. It's the. Yeah, let's just put him there. So he's not available next.
right, he can't go
Sure.
on your. You keep calling the Plague Doctor.
I'm gonna keep him from.
You're making assumptions about doctors and plaguiness.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set
There
straight.
is a
Abbey
chance
calls faithful.
that you'll put them into something like, let's say you put them into the transept to pray. It's possible that when you're done with your next quest, you'll come back, and whoever you put into the transept will have gone on a spiritual journey for another round,
Hmm.
and you have no control over that.
Interesting. Huh. Oh, I might as well. Oh no, I want Dismas.
Got to balance, because if you hit 200 stress, your character dies.
That's full.
No, it's full twice. So at 100 stress, something bad happens, and I don't want to tell you what. Well, it could be good, but something dramatic happens at 100, and then they can keep gaining stress, and if they hit 200, they die of a heart attack.
Okay.
So that's what I would have done, because I'm definitely going to want to bring Mustel on the next one, and it's
Mhm.
possible Marcy and Goddard can replace Dismas and Quesnel, and you can put Azor in the front, right? So you might have a whole party, 3 new characters, and Mustel. My Vestals tend to get overworked, because I don't like not bringing a Vestal.
This is a Vestal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've done the tutorial, and you've done one mission, and
Uh-huh.
we're at about an hour. We're
Oh,
approaching
okay.
an hour. This game always takes up more time than it feels like when I'm playing it. Did
Yeah.
that feel like that went fast?
Yeah, it did.
The
Yeah,
game,
and I can totally see how once I'm familiar with, it's like a JRPG. It's like once you're familiar with all the abilities, and you can just very quickly look at stuff. I'm imagining that you can get through the dungeons much faster.
yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Do me a favor though. There's a couple things I want to talk about before we actually end. So
Mhm.
hit embark. And so, yeah, that's about that DLC. So you haven't unlocked Warren's Cove or Weald yet, which is fine. But click on the far right mission under runes.
Uh,
So that's a medium length. See where it says medium on the left?
oh yeah.
Okay. That
Oh,
means
interesting.
you're going to
Okay.
bring firewood with you, and you're going to do a camp. Like, you're going to spend one night on the mission.
Oh wow, and this one too.
Yeah. And 100% of room battles or explore 90% of runes. Those are your two like standard missions. There's other types of missions, including boss missions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you're obviously, before you would start something, you're going to need to arrange your new party and either choose to take Reynald again or switch him out with Azor. Both of those are valid. Um,
Okay.
but on those longer missions, you have to take more supplies because you're going to be out there and they're going to be hungry. And
Right.
when you
Right.
stay the night, you have to decide how much to feed them, up to like double rations for greater healing and stress relief. And then they have camp abilities. So right click on a character. Uh, See the camping skills right underneath the combat skills?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a campfire lady in town up on the hill in the background that I don't think you've unlocked yet who can train you in these, but
Oh, cool.
these are important,
Wow. Yeah.
including making sure if you're going to go on a medium or a long mission that you bring somebody who has a prevent ambush ability
Uh-huh.
so that you don't get ambushed. And it's possible to go on a medium length mission with a boss fight at the end and find the boss so quickly you haven't camped, and it's worth backing off, not doing that fight, and camping first because you actually get buffs from camping.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see how maybe at the beginning you would want to maybe do a couple short ones
Yeah.
to level them up a little bit and then also get more resources.
Yeah. Keep in mind, once they hit level 3, they will refuse to go on green missions.
Oh, interesting.
They're too good for that.
And how many characters can you have total?
My roster's at 24 right now. But I haven't done, in my current game, but I haven't done all the upgrades yet
Okay.
to the roster.
Do they just
size.
stay here on the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can scroll down once you've filled it up more.
Yeah.
Um,
Up here. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Go back to the Darkest Estate for me when you're done looking at your sword options.
Wait.
Oh no, not that. The little red arrows in the top left.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
And hit the wagon, not that one, the other wagon, the gypsy wagon, the Nomad Wagon. I couldn't remember if they chose the potentially problematic term or not. Okay, so I'm not worried about what she has for sale, because if you buy those, you won't be able to afford provisions for your next quest. Click
Those are
on your
expensive.
treasure box down in the bottom, and then if you were to hold shift, you could sell that trinket. It'll tell you how
Okay.
much it's worth. But obviously, +4 dodge is
That's
worth
great.
more to you than 750 coin at this point.
Yeah.
So
How do you
right-click
get
a
it?
character and then open the treasure chest. I'm guessing what you were going to say, because I'm rude.
Yes. Well, no, but yes, that is what I was going to say. Let's see. And then
Then open your treasure box and drag it over.
okay.
Yep. And you'll get better trinkets that are limited by class, and then trinkets that come in sets, and then there'll be trinkets that are like exclusive to DLCs. So the Crimson Court DLC has its own set of trinkets that unlock when you use that DLC.
Oh, his max is down because of fragile.
Her max is down because of fragile.
Her, I keep saying that.
She's wearing a mask. She never says anything in a voice that you can hear. She doesn't
Yeah.
tell you she prefers the
I don't
female
know.
pronouns.
Yeah, I don't know what gender pronouns she prefers. So maybe I should just default to they.
And actually, it is the only character that it's unclear, I think, because the Crusader is a pretty masculine figure. There are plenty of mods that will change all of the male versions of characters into female, somebody's taken the time to do pixel art versions of all of them so that
Oh wow,
you can have
that's
full
cool.
female rosters.
Do they like when you see new characters or when you have them available, do they have different armor and clothing, and does it mix all this stuff up?
So put your mouse back over there where you're spinning around.
Over here.
Yeah, and then see that little palette right below?
Oh,
Yeah, and it doesn't change up their accessories, just their colors. However, if you go to the blacksmith, um, so close these windows
huh. Interesting.
and go to the blacksmith,
Where's the blacksmith?
second from the top. Oh, it's still locked. Well, anyway, as you upgrade their equipment, they visibly change.
Hmm.
Um, so
What's this mean?
it meant there was something new to see there. I think I upgraded the Nomad Wagon last. I'm not sure I've ever bought a trinket.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I sell trinkets.
I'm sure there's an occasional one that's like, oh, wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Huh.
Well, I think that's everything that I would like to say. That may have been the most like, here's a tutorial about the game that any
Yeah.
of these episodes have ever been.
I like that though, for some types of games, and this type of game that is helpful because otherwise I end up just stumbling around and I figure it out eventually, but if
Yeah.
somebody is like, here's my recommendation on a couple things,
Yeah.
I find that really helpful.
And hopefully some viewers find it useful as well. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody comes here kind of looking for an introduction to the game and gets one that they consider good. Um, so, do you have any final thoughts on this?
I like it. I mean, I really like kind of like resource and party management type games. And sometimes menu based turn based combat bothers me. But I think the biggest thing is like, if there isn't a very quick way to see things and select things, where it gets really bogged down in menus, and this doesn't seem to do that. So I think this looks like it's right up my alley.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways I'm over turn-based combat, and the reason why that doesn't apply to this game is when you're playing a JRPG. So let's say I go back and I play Final Fantasy VI on my Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I get into a random encounter, that is interfering with me continuing the game.
Yes,
But in this,
that is the game.
It is the game, right? So it's not interfering. It's important. Every battle in this game matters because every battle could turn the tide against you.
Right.
Whereas in Final Fantasy VI, if you're running around the world map and you get attacked by an imp or whatever, I can't remember the name of some of the random encounters. It doesn't matter. You get attacked by whatever stupid little thing attacks you. All it is tappa tappa, right? Get 3 characters to hit it, it's dead.
Right.
And then you go back to the world map. And it was just stopping you for 30 seconds
Right.
to pad the game time or whatever. So
Well, and I got kind of annoyed with that idea that you needed to go out and grind those battles,
Yeah.
like just to either increase a level or gain an ability or whatever it was that you were doing.
yeah,
And yeah,
JRPGs, when they require grinding, that's a real problem as well. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
And I don't mind grinding for like resources and things like that in games where that matters, but when it's just for the sake of doing that, it doesn't make much sense to me.
And I used to have time when I first
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy VI, 3, whatever, on the Super Nintendo. That was the game that I bought that year. So if I spent hours grinding by killing dinosaurs in the forest to get all of my characters to level 99, that was how I chose to use my time because that was the game I was playing that year.
Right.
Now, not only would I probably not even consider doing that But if the game essentially required me to do that, I would probably quit playing the game.
Yeah, yeah,
So, all right. Thank you for coming.
yeah.
And
That was fun.
as usual, if you have something to promote, say it now.
Nothing that I can think of.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated
Yes,
if you can.
yes.
Be safe.
Practice self-care.
Yeah. Um, here's a thing I was saying for a while at the end of my videos and stopped, um, but it's kind of relevant to what we were just talking about. Abandon a game if you're not having fun. Just because you paid for it doesn't mean you have to play it. Play the game that you want to play, not the game you think you have to play.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the key
Yes,
to self-care.
especially as I get older and busier, I do that more, and I used to feel kind of guilty about it. It's like, oh, I've spent some money. Part of me is like, I just say, hey, maybe I will return to this at some point, but right now I'd rather play this other thing. And
Yeah. And
that's
if you
fine.
never return to it, it's because that's not what you want to use your time on, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As usual, my stuff is in the comments, but I'm on Twitter and Twitch, and I have a podcast and stuff. You'll find that information in the show notes. And until next time, stay safe.